Hi, my name is Pauline Narvas and I am a creative. I do loads of different things. So I am a web developer, a blogger, I like building communities, and in addition to all of that, I'm also in my final year studying my undergraduate degree in biomedical sciences. So where all of this sort of started was when I was 8 years old in my room, and I was introduced to the computer. From my dad, and that's where I started playing video games online as a young 8-year-old child. And when I was like browsing the internet and trying lots of different things, I realized that I wanted to try and create my own video game based on the game that I was playing at the time. So I wanted to change parts of it. So I looked into designing my own game from making my own website, because the game I was playing was on a website, so I started there. So I started building a website, and I completely taught myself. It was lots of trial and error, loads of like frustration and quitting and starting again. But since then, I was making this. I had this huge like game idea. It was going to be a hybrid of Sims and Skyrim together, and so I designed all of the like characters and what the whole game would look like on Paint. So I did that for a couple of like months until I realized that I really liked the web development part of it. I liked making websites and about like different other things in my life that I enjoyed. So I had a huge High School Musical phase, just like everyone else did, and so I made a whole website based on High School Musical, and I did that with other things I love, like Disney, until eventually I condensed all of that into one website, and then I started blogging about my life. So it was during that time I didn't even know blogging was a thing. It was just me. You know, when you were little and you had your own diary. It was basically my diary but online. So I started blogging for years. So I had this blog where I just wrote about my whole life, from everything that happened at school to everything that happened at home. Not everything, but my hobbies, and along the same time I started writing about everything I learned from my self-taught web development journey. And since then, I've been doing that since I was 8, and now I am 21. I've been doing it for years, and it's now grown into something amazing. So my blog now gets around 1,000 on average-ish a month views, which is amazing because I used to have like 2 people read it a month, who was me and my mum. So it's grown so much, and I've reached a lot of people around the world who every single day I get different like messages from them telling me that I've impacted their life in some way. So I'm really excited about that. In addition to all of that, I went to university, so I was blogging all about my whole experience in university and everything. So I went into sciences, but along the side I still did my web development, I still did my blogging, and I didn't really know that tech and web development could be a career in the future, because up until this point school would only tell me, and my family would only tell me, that the only careers out there would be being a lawyer, being a doctor, being a teacher. So I went into biomedical sciences actually wanting to do medicine after I finished, but then around my 2nd year I found a huge community, a women-led community called Code First Girls, where I learned how to code with other people, because up to this point I only coded by myself. And so this whole community, this whole movement that Code First Girls stand for, it really helped me sort of bridge together my self-taught skills and industry. So I started really getting into the tech community and getting involved in events, and again blogging and documenting everything along the way. And now I am actually a freelance web developer, and I've had a number of different clients from around the world where I help build their websites and build their emails, and I've also started branching out into like social media marketing and content creation and all of that. So it's Code First Girls definitely was the center of everything that I am today, but also because it really gave me the confidence to like take out all the talents that I had when I grew up and build upon, like coding, like designing stuff online and developing websites and all of that, and the community really like brought me forward and increased my confidence to like go out there and tell everyone and not be ashamed of it. So yeah, that's what I do. And that's where it all began, in my little room as an 8-year-old girl, coding away by myself. And now I talk a lot about like my journey on my blog and my self-development journey and everything, but also like I help encourage other women and especially young girls to step out and go out and do STEM related subjects, especially computer science, especially coding, because I know that when I was growing up I was very isolated in the whole coding world because I didn't know any other girls who were doing it, so I felt sort of ashamed that I really enjoyed doing it. So yeah, that's what my whole like blog stands for, like my whole self-development journey from like coding, from web development, but also like other aspects of my life, so health and well-being, mental health, and careers, and being creative and being bold. Like I'm doing loads of freelance work, and that all stemmed again from my blog from starting when I was 8. So yeah, that's where it all began. My main inspiration is Hedy Lamarr. She was an actress, and she also helped invent Wi-Fi and Bluetooth that we use every single day now. And from all of this, she was completely self-taught, which really inspires me to go out there and be really proud of my own self-taught skills, because I can invent things, I can create things, I can build things, being from a completely self-taught background and not having like formal training like she did. So if she can do it, I can do it too. And I think of course my second inspiration has to be the one, the only, Beyonce. Yeah, definitely, and yeah, that's it. I think my like overall mission and my overall purpose since I was younger was to really, I know it's like cliche, a lot of people say that they want to inspire other people, they want to motivate other people, help other people in some way, but I think that that goal and that main, like that purpose really came out of the fact that when I was doing my community building work with Code First Girls, I really saw the impact that I could make from teaching and paying forward my knowledge in coding to other girls. I saw it pass on, they passed it on to their friends, and it's just become this huge thing where I think that where I could see the full impact. So that's what my overall aim in the future is to continue doing work that will impact someone, at least one person in some way. So I've done that with that community course, but also I want to do it with my blog. I see it every day with my blog. I get comments about how I've helped someone want to start a blog, or want to be an entrepreneur, or want to take control of their health and you know, physical and mental. I think that's what I want to continue doing, but reach a few more people and just pass on the hashtag positive message to everyone. So that's my overall like purpose and aim and my vision in the future, but I also want to, hopefully, because I don't think I'm destined for a 9-to-5 job, I hope to travel the world and be a full-time nomad where I travel the world and help people with my work and impact their life in some way. So that's mainly through I still don't have an idea yet, but starting up my own business that would have this sort of impact, and just the whole digital nomad field is really attractive to me right now, but that's what I want to hopefully get to at one point. So yeah. You can find me on Twitter at Pauline, that's spelled Paulieneuh, and on Facebook it's just Pauline Narvas, on Instagram just paul.lean, and you can read my blog at pauline.com and find out more about my digital work and freelancing work at paulinenarvas.com.